Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be going over the custom map Rise, the reimagined version from Black Ops 2 brought into Black Ops 3. I'm going to be showing you how to do a lot of the side quests and some of the buildables to make your experience on the map better. Now first we're going to start with the trample steam. All of the parts are going to be in the spawn area. You will have to open the first door. As you follow here, these are where my parts did spawn, and I will show you where some of the additional parts can spawn. Some of these are constant and they do not change game to game, but other ones do have multiple locations. There's my last part there. Now if we head up the stairs, we can get a part that does spawn here. Another part can spawn here. And then back in this corner can be the last part. Now if we head over down to the little drop off, we can fall all the way down to the bottom floor without dying, and we can start building. Here you can see the weapon, fridge, and the bank. These are fully transferable game to game. Some things cannot go into the fridge, such as wonder weapons. Here we're going to start building this liquifier. This is in the main power building. We have the canister here. Another location can spawn here. All of the parts for this liquifier will be in the main power building. If we take the route here and hook a left, this is a constant spawn. This is the stock or the foot. Going back downstairs towards the buildable bench, on the barrel here to the left, we can have a location in the corner on the counter. We can have another location. Final part downstairs that it can spawn is here. And for me and my game, the last part of the gun does spawn up here by the weapon fridge. Once we have all four pieces, you can head back down to the buildable bench and go ahead and craft this liquifier. Next, we're going to go ahead and get the elevator key and start working towards the golden elevator key. If you take the main elevator down from spawn and just hug the walls here, you'll be able to find the key. To go back upstairs, you'll just put the key into this control panel here, go back to the elevator, and it'll take you back to spawn. From this point, this is the route that I take after building this liquifier. I will go ahead and call the two elevators here to check them off of my list. The standard key does have a slight cooldown, so keep that in mind if you've went through the elevators I have and your key is not gold yet. You may want to double check to see if maybe you got one and you didn't actually. One other note with this key is you do want to make sure you see the key go into the keyhole of the elevators. It does have a full animation, and if that does not complete through, it will not count towards the golden key. After riding the elevator up to the top of the skyscraper, I'm going to leave no cuts so that way you can see the route that I take and not miss any elevators. I double up on this one mistakenly, but there are 3 additional more in the spawn building that we're going to need to get, along with this one here in what's called Dead Man's Corner. Once dropping down there, if this is the first time in your game, this is going to be the only way that you can escape, so make sure that you have some points and you're not doing it in the middle of a round. Heading back up to the top of the skyscraper, we're going to take this ramp and just make the jump over towards the quick revive elevator. After that, we're going to head to the elevator to the left. This is typically Who's Who or Speed Cola. Again, keep in mind of the cooldown. Make sure you're seeing the key go into the keyhole before you're mentally checking this one off. We'll go ahead and hop on the elevator to go back towards spawn, but this time we'll climb up and we'll hit this elevator that has speed cola now, and we're going to listen for the audio cue. Once we have the golden key, we can go to the main 2 elevators near power. The key no longer has a cooldown, so you can use it continuously. Once these perks get here, you can also lock them in place so they do not move. You can also unlock them so they can move later. But once you have them locked in place with these 2 elevators specifically, you can ADS and then interact to change the perks. This is how you can access the other 2 perks on the map. One of the other features of the golden key is going to be able to use the main spawn elevator to get PhD. In my game, I had to call the elevator back to the top. So we ride it up. I'm going to go up to this control panel and repair the elevator controls. We're going to ride it straight down to PhD, and it will be available for purchase for the rest of the game. Just a side note here is this part was not in the original map. Once you buy PhD, there's 2 ways to escape. You can jump off the building or ride the elevator back down. Having PhD will allow you to make this fall with taking no damage. Next, I'm going to show you how to get free perks from the jumping jack rounds. This is exactly how it works in Black Ops 2. The challenge is 100% accuracy. However, if you don't fire a bullet, that will successfully complete the challenge. What I use in the early rounds is trample steams. With the jumping jacks being so difficult, I used an original spot from Black Ops 2. Put my back to the wall and the trample steam in front of me and just allow the jumping jacks to attack. As long as you do not miss a bullet, you will get that max ammo and a free perk. The perk will give you an additional perk along with giving you an additional perk slot for the rest of the game. Once you progress a little bit further into the game and accumulate some points, this is the method that I would use, purchasing either the bowie knife or the galvan knuckles, just until you're able to have a max perk slot to be able to buy all the perks if you go down later in the game. Nothing different than what we did before, I'm just meleeing them instead of letting the trample steam take care of it. Next is going to be upgrading the liquifier. We'll want to go ahead and head downstairs from the spawn building, take our liquifier and fire all 10 shots directly into the sign and listen for the audio cue. Now I'll show you the route that I take to go ahead and get all 5 of the canisters to allow you to pack a punch it. If we go down the elevator shaft here, and right by galvan knuckles, look for this glowing canister and shoot it. Head back down the elevator shaft into the upside down Buddha room. We're going to make the jump over to the power building. And on top of the weapon fridge will be the next canister. And then down to the workbench to build this liquifier will be canister number 3. Then we're going to ride the elevator all the way back up to the top, and we're going to head back over to Dead Man's Corner. Once in Dead Man's Corner, we're going to go ahead and drop down and follow the route that I take. And inside this window will be canister number 4. And the last canister is going to be back where we started on the second floor of the spawn building. Then we'll head upstairs, hook a left, and we'll be able to see the last canister. Once that's completed, we'll be able to head over to the Pack-a-Punch and actually Pack-a-Punch the liquifier. This will give you additional reserve ammo along with returning it to its pre-patch state, meaning the liquifier will chain infinitely as long as there is a zombie for it to latch onto, as it did at the launch of Rise in Black Ops 2. Last but not least, we're going to be working on the upgraded Bowie knife. The first step is going to be purchasing the Galva knuckles here in the elevator shaft. The upgraded Bowie knife will allow you to melee as if it's the golden spork from the original Mob of the Dead, meaning it will have a one-shot melee up until the late 30s. This will definitely help you out with the jumping jack rounds. This is a time trial. This is what I found best for it to work for me, to be able to get it first try every time. We're going to want to head into the power building, and with the Galva Knuckles, we're going to melee the power box. What I like to do first is call this elevator shaft that contains the Bowie knife down to the bottom floor. I'll watch it go up, and then I'll begin the process. Now I stand on these stairs and wait to see the elevator go down or listen for the audio ding. Then I'm going to race upstairs to the power switch, and I'm going to melee the power box. You'll know you've done it successfully when you see the power box start to illuminate blue. And then I'm going to ride that elevator all the way back up to the top. Again, you have 90 seconds. Going this route gives you plenty of time. The 90 seconds does stop once you purchase it, like so here. And when you begin to melee, you won't see anything different. We'll want to head over to the power box again. I'm just taking the route from the skyscraper down the elevator shaft and the jump like we've done many other times in this video. And you'll just need to melee the power box once again. You'll be able to see the lightning trail following the Bowie knife once you've completed it and you are successful. Now in the background here, this is just going to be some gameplay of that upgraded Bowie knife and a little bit of the Pack-a-Punch liquifier. Now this by no means is all of the side quest that has been added into this map. We still have plenty of Patreon supporter side quests, and we do have all of the permanent perks that have been brought over by the map creator. These are just some of the simple ones that will give you a better experience, whether you're playing solo for a high round, or playing with friends to do the Easter egg, or even just doing a playthrough. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope this tutorial did help you out. If you could, please leave a like and subscribe while you're here. It would mean the world to me. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.